Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the full moon in Cancer. I'm going to give it a minute. Let me know if you can see me and hear me. I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I got a cold a couple of days ago, so I'm feeling like shit. But I might not do the meditation tonight, depending on how much energy I have throughout the video. I rather do it when I feel a little bit better and I have more energy. I think it will be beneficial to all of us. So I am going to do the readings. I am going to do the energy updates. I hope you're all doing well. I know there are a few of you that can't make the live and you're going to be watching the replay. I know some people are having a hard time with this energy. Cancer is a water sign, and water has to do with emotions. And Cancer has to do with self-care, home, nurturing. So we're going to be challenged in those areas. I don't know if you guys picked your word for the year, but I did. And my word was freedom. And today I found out that my channel's not monetized yet. And I don't think it ever will be because their terms of service was updated today. And there are certain words and phrases that I can't say. And if I say fuck once or fuck 100 times, it's the same punishment. There are certain words that are offensive that I can't use. And if you want to be monetized, you have to go back to all your videos and take out, like, bleep those words. Here's my response to that. Fuck you. I am not selling my soul for pennies so you can make billions. It's just not going to happen. I did it with Facebook and I'll do it with YouTube. I don't care. Because we are all here for one mission, and that is to fight for truth, love, and freedom. And if you're not fighting for any of those three things, then you're off course. And I will fight for those three things for not just me, but humanity as a whole. This enslavement that we're in, this slavery that we're in, this illusion that we need people to tell us what to do that benefits them and harms us is bullshit. Okay? So on that note, that's what 2023 is going to be like. I see some words transform, enlightenment, empowerment, which these are great words, but know that you're going to be tested with those words. What's important to you, what you value within yourself. There's going to be choices we're going to have to make throughout this year that either is going to align with our values or it's going to align with fear. Don't make choices out of fear because somebody's bullying you, threatening you, whatever it is. Stick to your guns. You're not alone in this, even though it appears to be alone. You're not, because many, many people stood up for what they felt was right during mandates, for example. People think there was a few and far in between, but that's not true. There were a lot of people. And not only did they stand up for their truth, they stood up for the rest of humanity. So keep that in mind, because I have a feeling 2023 is going to challenge us big time when it comes to that. So back to the full moon. I'm just going to... Hey, Anita. Oh, sorry. My throat is so dry and I took cold medicine, so I'm a little loopy. But that was my take on YouTube. And this full moon is going to nudge us or maybe even empower us to self-care. Now, self-care is not just taking a bath, getting a mani-pedi. It's also, hey, Maya, it's also about what's true to you, what you deserve, what you're worthy of. and you are worthy of anything you desire. So anything that disempowers you during this time, you can change. If there's choices you need to make that are affecting your, whether it's well-being, your sanity, whatever it is, make the choice that aligns with self-love and self-care, self-respect. And I think that's why a lot of people, hi Melissa, a lot of people are having a hard time with this moon, because I said it many, many circles ago. And I've been saying it for many circles. There's no, I'll do it later, I'll do it another time. It's now. You have to do it now. You have to address it now, or it's not going to go away. It's going to get worse and worse and in your face. So I, in Patreon, I was going to do this at the beginning of the week until I got sick. But I'm going to be doing a workshop on values. And I'm just going to wait until I get better. So hopefully it's the beginning of the week. I'll be able to start that workshop. If you're interested in joining Patreon, the link is in the description. And this is what I suggest if you don't want to be on Patreon. Define what's important to you. Name 3 values that are important to you right now. Remember, values kind of change as our lives evolve. 3 important things that align with the word for your year. And those values, there is no negotiation. Those values are true to you. They are your core values. There's no sacrifice. There's no negotiation. Whatever you need to do to maintain that value, that's what you do. So I suggest you pick 3 values that align with your word for the year and stick to it. And be conscious about choices you make, what you think, everything you do. Just be mindful. The more mindful you become, the more conscious you start living. You can't unknow what you know, right? So this is a spiritual war that we're in, and it's a war of consciousness. And it's really, really important that we live consciously. This autopilot shit, this delusion, or whatever you want to call it, matrix, whatever, is just bullshit. Because the truth is, we can create anything we want. We are that powerful. And we came here for one mission. And as we fight that mission, we grow and expand based on our values. So it's not really about changing other people's minds or blaming other people for feeling the way you do. It's about taking responsibility for how you feel. You don't like the way you feel? Change it. You can't change the past. I mean, the past is done. You can change the present and you can change the future. So that's where you live from, the present and into the future. So if you are new to the channel, I want to welcome you, and I apologize that I'm sick doing this because it's probably going to be a half-assed video, but at least we will do the reading. I'm going to show you 3 cards. Each card represents a deck. Pick the deck that you're drawn to. That is the message that you need to hear. All decks will probably resonate with you, and they all will correspond with each other. But the one you're drawn to usually will have the hidden message that either you are suppressing, you're hiding, or you just don't feel like you're ready to deal with that. I mean, I get it. So the theme for tonight's reading is abundance and success. And I do believe, and it's the number 2 and the number 12. So if those numbers have been significant for you, 2 is abundance, 12 is success. That could be your validation. Maybe you're seeing those numbers a lot. Whatever it is, that's a validation for you. I do feel that we are moving into a huge shift I know that there are a lot of people in the spiritual community that have people thinking someone's going to save us and this, and this is going to happen and it's all going to be better. I do not believe that. I believe it's up to us to take the necessary action to make the change. So we are in the energy of abundance and success. Take the necessary action. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't force something that's not working out. But if you feel inspired to do something, follow through with it, because no one's going to save you but you, and no one is going to change your life but you. So I'm going to show the cards for each deck, and let me know what deck you picked so I know. Oh, I forgot to write down my shit. That's all right. Okay, so this is deck number 1, Sorceress. And the reason why I'm not saying the name is because I'm going to butcher it. And we all know how I am with names. So I'm going to say Sorceress. If you're drawn to this card, you are deck number 1. This is deck number 2, Expect a Miracle. If you're drawn to this card, you are deck number 2. And Transformation. If you are drawn to this card, Tasha, you are deck number 3. So let me know what decks you have. I'm going to show them again. Deck number 1. Deck number 2. I knew you would, Tasha. And deck number 3. Okay, I also did like chloroseptic to help my throat, and it tastes like Band-Aids. I don't know. That's the taste I have in my mouth now. Not that I eat Band-Aids, but that's what if I was, that's what Band-Aids would taste like. Okay, so if you pick this card, you are deck number 1. And these are your messages. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. It's on white, that's why I can't see it. Plus, the cold medicine. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So if you look at the energy that we're in with the decks with abundance and success, you're definitely in some strong energy. So let's go through your chakras. You have the heart chakra, and sacral chakra. So out of these 3 cards already, I feel like deck number 1 is probably having an emotional time, because you have a lot of emotional cards and we're in an emotional mood. So you're probably going through some kind of emotional roller coaster. I do feel for some, you may be having like panic attacks or a lot of anxiety. And maybe you're sick too with like a cough or some kind of congestion. I feel like it's just breaking up some stagnant energy. Maybe you've been doing a lot of heart-centered meditations or listening to binaural beats or some kind of work on your heart chakra that it's opening and it's expanding, and you're clearing out a lot of junk energy. I do feel like you may be going through a time where you feel like you're alone, but then you realize you're not alone. And I hope that makes sense. Maybe you don't have the support from the people you think you should have the support from, but you have the support you need. So you're aware of the support around you. It's just not the people that you think. If you're in a relationship, I feel like you may be having a hard time being vulnerable and open, because this is a suppression. This card is a suppression, I feel, in this particular reading, is a suppression of your sexual energy. So, yeah, this is what it feels. And this might be only for a specific person and not everyone in deck number one, but it feels like you're getting confused between spirituality and sexuality. And maybe the beliefs that you have about sex is conflicting your spiritual beliefs that you have now. There's some kind of conflict there. And it's just a belief system that you need to work through. It's maybe you feel like it's defined as bad and it's not. I don't know. I just keep feeling like it's not spiritual. Like you're labeling spirituality a bit too much. You're here to experience. So experience. Don't give it a label. Don't give it an idea of what it should be. Just experience it. Because this is probably like your next step into opening your heart chakra, which would be vulnerability. Sexual energy is vulnerability. It's also creation. So you have the manifesting card and you have the sexual energy, which is manifest, creation. So whatever this thing that you're working through, this deep-seated belief, it's going to help you open and expand your heart to the fullest. And just work through, just feel the belief. Let it come up. Feel what you feel about it. Let it come up. And then you can choose whether you want to believe it or not. I just think that you're believing other people's opinion about it. And you got to believe what's true to you, not what someone else has told you. You have temptation, foundation and achievements, recognition and reward, and rejoice in celebration. So I do feel like when it comes to work or opportunities or business, there's an opportunity coming for you, either a promotion or for some, it really feels like it's a total new job. It's like a promotion from what you do, but maybe it's not in the same company. It's a promotion in another company, but your title is going to be higher. And there's more money there. But you also have the opportunity to follow your heart. And following your heart is unknown. So it's going to be a leap of faith. But that also has the potential for the abundance that you want, the financial abundance that you're looking for. It's just going to take a leap of faith. So either you're going to settle for something or you're going to follow your heart, what makes you happy, what you really, really want to do. I feel like that's where that conflict is. Like, remember, the whole money thing it really is an illusion. It really is. I get it. We need it to survive, blah, blah, blah. But when you really think about it, it's an illusion. It's actually a religion because it keeps us like a slave to it. We make our choices and decisions based on that, even if it doesn't feel like the right choice. All I'm saying is make the choice from your heart. You've been doing a lot of work on yourself, and now you have an opportunity to follow it. Yeah, it's going to be scary. It's not going to be easy, but it's definitely worth fighting for. It's definitely worth fighting for, especially in the end. I feel like your worst case scenario is not going to happen, and it usually never does. It never does. We over exaggerate shit in our minds. So let go of that belief. It's the worst case scenario is not going to happen. And here's your card, change. change direction with ease. See, so you have an opportunity to, this is a time for change, shape shifting, or your soul's evolution. Sorry. It's time to reconsider what you are wanting. You may be in for a surprise. So remember what I was saying about the values before, what's important to you. If you picked your word for the year, what does that word represent to you? That's what you're going to make this choice from, that place. Don't make it from fear. Don't make it from scarcity, because eventually that's all you're going to keep manifesting. Remember, you are abundant. You are infinite abundance. And once you let go of that fear and you take that chance, you're going to set yourself free from this entrapment that you're in. So just keep that in mind. I know it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's definitely worth it. You have the solitude and empowerment. Okay, so empowerment is expansion, and the solitude is quiet. So let's see what I see here. Okay, so with the empowerment, I feel maybe Leo, for whatever reason, Leo came up, may be significant to you. Once again, that's probably not going to resonate with everyone. This is a big opportunity for you. This is huge for you. You're at the right place, in the right place, at the right time, doing the right thing. And even though it doesn't seem that way because you don't have assurance, it doesn't mean you're not. I feel like you are in a perfect place. You just can't see it. You can't see it. So what I would do, try to define what you're afraid of. Try to define what really is keeping you from following your heart, your gut. And it's going to be superficial bullshit, which is, it isn't, but it is. It's not the right qualifications, I guess, to make, I don't know the word, to make a decision. It's just not. The blessing of a door closing. One moment, nothing is happening. Then everything seems to happen at once. A door soon closes, but before you know it, another opens. You walk through into a bright new life, one which you can be who you truly are. Tell me that's not on point for this reading. Tell me that is not on point. So, deck number one, it's nothing on this planet is easy. Nothing. But birth is not easy. But birthing a child is a blessing, right? So you're kind of doing the same thing. It's not going to be an easy labor. But in the end, you're going to have something bigger and better than you could ever imagine. So don't be afraid to take that chance, because what will happen is the universe will push you into that, and you will not only not have a say, but you will be a hot mess because it'll be so unexpected because you convinced yourself you're not ready. But you are ready. It is the perfect time. It is the perfect place. And you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You have everything you need to do this. You just have to have faith in yourself and trust that you can do this. Don't settle. Don't sell your soul to something for some fake stability. Be who you came here to be. Okay, deck number 1. That's what I feel like your reading is. And now we're going to move to deck number 2. So, Maya, I didn't see what deck you picked. For some reason, I feel like you picked Mother Mary. Because that's kind of like your card. I'm just saying. Oh my God, my throat is so dry. You know when you have a dry, scratchy throat and you drink water and you can't even feel it? Like it's so annoying. Oh, you did? I figured you would pick Mother Mary. Okay, let's read what Mother Mary has to say. The print is so small on here. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of big changes going on. Maybe that's why I went on my little rants before about whatever, because that really wasn't planned. That was more of me thinking and be like, this is what we need to do. Okay, so you have home, relationships, and throat chakra. You have the root, the sacral chakra, and the throat chakra. So you, like me, may be having issues with your throat. It could be anything from a sore throat, a scratchy throat, you're losing your voice, it's a quibbled throat, like whatever it is, you're having issues with your throat. And this is, you have the creativity and self-expression. So you may be resisting a tad when it comes to showing the world who you really are. Yeah, that's good enough. Clearing your throat. It's just like something with like the throat. And I know Marion, like me, is a Taurus, and Tauruses are governed by the throat. So we always have like throat issues. But you have the throat chakra. Another thing I am feeling is cramps because you have the sacral chakra. So these two cards, your root chakra is like the hip area, pelvic area. Sacral chakra is your sexual organs. So women may be having like cramps, issues with their period. I'm trying to like see like what men would have, but I don't know, whatever area, maybe issues in that area, I guess. I don't know, enlarged prostate, or I don't know what men have in that specific area. But maybe you're having issues in that specific area. The pain. Okay, so I guess there's pain there, but I feel like you may be having some issues with your lower back, your legs. Maybe it is pain. That's why the word pain came up. This is about you being afraid. Okay, so. Oh, yeah, that's right, man. I forgot about that. Hey, Kimberly. I know. Let's all have a moment and feel bad for Marianne. After a year, it came on New Year's. I don't mean to laugh. I feel your pain. Well, then, shit like that. That's what this deck is. So, the fear. There's some kind of resentment. And that resentment really is fear. So pay attention. I'm trying to think like how to word this. When it comes to expressing yourself, pay attention to what you're really afraid of, because I feel like you have some anger. Either somebody said something at a young age, or you were told something and it made you angry that maybe they said you weren't good enough to be a dancer, right? And you carry this with you, and that fear of putting yourself out there as a dancer is really anger, because Because they said I couldn't do it, I didn't even try, and I didn't do it. Now I don't know if I could ever do it. Kind of shit. Does that make sense? So I feel like there's some kind of anger, resentment, but it's really fear. It's disguised as anger and resentment. It's some kind of, because you also got the creativity card, and that's like expressing yourself, like an artist. An artist will paint. That's an expression of who they are, like how they see something. So you have the self-expression and the creativity card, but there's resistance in you being seen for who you really are. So you have this fear, like maybe nobody will accept me. People will think I'm crazy. That's a good one, because a lot of people don't do shit because they think people are going to think they're crazy. Whatever it is, this is like for you to discover what it is, but you're at this verge of a breakthrough. And I feel like this has to do with, oh, really, Patty? I feel like this has to do with you putting yourself out there when it comes to like the work that you do. I'm going to call it the work that you do. Whether you're working for someone, you have your own business, you volunteer, whatever it is that fulfills you, the work that you do, there's a huge opportunity here. And all it's going to take is for you to have some faith in yourself. It corresponds with deck number 1. This is like the feeling of not being good enough, not enough. And if you think about it, we've been conditioned to believe we're not good enough. No matter what we do, we will never be good enough. And that's bullshit. That really is bullshit. We are good just the way we are. We are human. We're allowed to be mad. We're allowed to be upset. We're allowed to want to smack somebody in the head. You can't pretend you don't feel these things. It's normal. We're human. So don't suppress those parts of you as if they're bad. They're not bad. That's how you use discernment. How do I know what's right or wrong, good or bad, if I don't have these emotions and feelings towards things? Things would just be, right? And that's not good enough. How do we know what needs to change? How do we know where we need to grow and expand? Pain, suffering. All right, this sucks. I need to change something. And then we grow and expand. So you're in this big expansion energy. You're in this, you got to have a little faith in yourself. And I know it's easier said than done. But you know what? If you picked your word and your word aligns with this, then you need to take a deep breath and do it. And yeah, maybe you'll screw up. No big deal. You'll do it better next time. You'll learn something, right? But I don't feel like it's a screw up. I feel like, oh, look, see, you got your destiny card. This is your path. So, this is your mission. This is your purpose. You have accelerated motion, movement, choices, and decisions. Heart chakra. And here's the fear, authority. So either there is and when I say masculine energy, I don't necessarily mean man. Masculine energy is action energy. Feminine energy is more like creative energy. So when I say masculine energy, I don't necessarily mean a male person, but there's a masculine energy around you. And for some, I feel like it's not even a male, it's a female. They just are very dominant in masculine energy. That is the root cause of this like fear. Either they have you believing that you're just not good enough. They have you believing that you're nothing, especially without them. Like, you're just, I don't know. It just feels like a very shitty person. And they don't mean to be shitty. They don't. They're just in their own pain and suffering. But that's not an excuse to be a shitty person. Like, we all got our own shit. So I'm not making up excuses for them, because we all have the choice to be shitty or not shitty, right? We have the choice. And just because someone chooses to be shitty because they don't know any better, well, that's not your problem. But they don't deliberately mean it towards you, is what I mean to say. It's just them. Your heart chakra. So this is you and the movement, decisions. Okay, so let's go back to these 4 cards. Heart chakra, choices, accelerated motion, and destiny. So this is you following your heart, following that inner GPS, what you feel is right for you to do, even if it goes against the tide, even if it goes against what everyone else is doing. Just because everyone else agrees to something doesn't make it right. And just because people disagree with something doesn't make it wrong. So be okay to stand out and be the outcast. And that's not going to stay very long. It's where you're going to regain your power from. And once you do, you will be surrounded by the people that support and love you for you and standing up for yourself. So, mutually beneficial venture. So let's see what this one says. There is an extraordinary connection at the forefront of your life at this moment. Utilize this relationship to benefit everyone concerned. So there's also something huge. I don't know if I said this yet, but I think I said it for number 1, but this is your purpose. This is what you're meant to be doing. This is the changes you meant to implement, because only you can do it the way you do it. That's it. There's no one else like you. Remember that. And the way you do this particular thing, you're not going to find anyone else doing it, because only you can do it this way. So have the courage to do it. You have compassion and celestial. Let's see. You have the nurture and soul path. I'm just like, so you have the owl on this one and the bunny on this one. And the bunny to me is, don't make hasty decisions. Don't react. Give yourself a chance to process whatever it is. Know if it feels right to you. If it does, do it. If it doesn't, don't. But don't react. Don't just do something just to do it because you feel pressured to do it. It's okay if you have to take time to process. The owl represents wisdom. And in this case, I feel like the wisdom is you utilizing your knowledge combined with taking action. That's what wisdom is. Using the knowledge and taking action with that knowledge. That's how I define wisdom. You're in for a big shift. It may feel like it's all fucked up right now, but it's not. So you have the blessing of faith. The universe is testing you. Will you be faithful and true to yourself? Be courageous, for you are supported by divine ocean of love. You are gifted at this time with the blessing of strong faith that will see you through the present challenges. Tell me that's not, oh, you can't really. Tell me that's not on point. That really sums up your whole reading. And I know it's hard. I know it's not easy to do, but you didn't come here to do easy. You came here to make a difference. And this is how you're making the difference. So deck number 2, I hope that resonated with you. And now we're moving on to deck number 3, which is transformation. So let's see what okay, first we'll read the card that I can't see. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessing. And you got a shit ton of butterflies, which, like, you are ready to fly. However, you have solar plexus, sacral chakra, root chakra, and root chakra. So overall, I feel like you have the support that you need. You're aware of the support that you need within your home life. I don't know how to put this into words. Give me a sec. It's not that you're not grounded, but I think you're missing the point of what grounded is. So maybe you are too much in your head and you're thinking too much, and you took up meditating. And meditating can be very addictive because it's like going somewhere else. I get it. That's why I love doing it. But the goal of meditation is to bring that wisdom that you get in that meditation, that trance, and implement it into the earth. That's really what grounding is. So this wisdom that you have, this guidance that you have, don't be afraid to plant it into the earth. I just feel like you're not quite sure of yourself. That there's things that you want to do, and as these big changes are happening, you feel like you need to control them because you don't have enough faith in yourself that you can weather any storm, if that makes sense. I know you can, but when you're in it, I feel like you need to have like a plan. As long as you know what's going on, then you're good. But you're not doing very good with the unknown, which most of us don't. I mean, if any. I really don't know many people who are good with the unknown. I mean, there's always a little smidgel of like, oh, I need to know. But you're having a hard time with the unknown. And I get it. But know that you have not only everything you need. I'm trying to put this into, because it's a feeling, and sometimes I can't define the feelings because it's a bunch of different feelings. So I have to try to put it into words. Don't have fake confidence. Don't show people you're confident, but inside you feel like a fraud. Be true to yourself. If you're showing other people you have confidence, you should feel that confidence inside. But I feel like a part of you feels like you're some kind of fraud, that you're showing people you have this, but inside, no, I don't have that confidence. And I hope that makes sense. Try to figure out how you can take that outside feeling and bring it within you, because you don't have to fake it till you make it. You already have it in you. It's already yours. It's just some stupid belief system that's standing in your way, telling you that you're not good enough for something or whatever it is. It's always you're not good enough. It's always that to some degree or another. So you have wisdom, awareness, conflict and defeat, firm foundation, and universe. Universe to me is always, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And honestly, I always feel that. I don't feel like any of us are ever in any other place other than we're supposed to be. Like, where the fuck are we supposed to be anyway? Like, here, I'm here. This is where I'm supposed to be, right? But our mind makes us believe that we should have more of something else and be something else other than what we already are in the moment. And that doesn't even exist. If you think about it, that shit doesn't even exist. I've been doing a lot of shadow work lately again. I go through my spurts of shadow work when things come up, and that's why I went on my like spiel earlier. But that's what this is. This is like your shadows coming up. Feel them. Let them come up. It doesn't make you bad. It doesn't make you not confident, not good. If you feel them, it's something that's just there. Feel it and it'll transmute. It'll transcend. So just allow yourself to feel it and let it transmute. It just wants to be seen. So fine, let it be seen. Okay, I feel like I'm a fraud. Okay, don't justify it. Just feel this, what fraud feels like. For instance, I'm using an example. Hey, Linda. So just feel it and let it transmute. And you're going to see it's going to be this moment, this epiphany moment when everything is going to shift for you. And you're going to be like, oh shit. Like, wow, everything is unraveling, unfolding. Everything is falling into place. It's like boom, 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 boom. You couldn't even plan it. But the main thing is to be confident in yourself, because I feel like with deck number 3, it's more about confidence. You have the foundation that you need. And the conflict and defeat card, I feel like that's just this fear. It's not real. Guys, it's not. And I know it's easier said, but when you think about it, really consciously think about it, does it really exist? No, it doesn't. It only exists because you believe it exists. So if that is true, then if I believe the opposite, that will exist too, right? And this is what we do. Transmute it. And I'm not saying bullshit yourself. I'm saying be true to yourself, and you are able to transmute it and shift it into what you want. So, life is better together. So, I do feel like you have a strong family foundation, like your home foundation. Seek assistance from your community, connect with family, friends, and others who will support you. And it can be as simple as a phone call. So and the number 4 is like standing out. So I don't know if the number 4 is significant to you, but I do feel like I can feel my medicines wearing off, guys. Sorry. I do feel like you have all the support you need. It's just something going on within you, your like confidence level. So you got 3 cards with this. You got beginnings, meditations, and uniqueness. So it's funny because, like I said, all the decks correspond with each other, and they do. Like, only you can do this the way you do it. Your uniqueness is why you chose to come here. I still want to argue what we were thinking when we chose to come here, but that's for another video. But nonetheless, we all chose to come here at this time for one mission. And each of us has unique gifts, skills, and talents that we are to put out into the world, whatever it is. Whatever it is. You don't have to have a label or a title for it. It's you. Think of it your life work. Everything about you, everything you've learned throughout your life is what you are meant to share with the world. You can't put a title on that, right? You can't. And that's how you find your path, your purpose. Your life story is your purpose. How you overcame things, how you overcome shit, continue to overcome it. Whatever it is that you do when it comes to serving others that makes you feel fulfilled, that's what you're meant to do. And 12 and 21 is standing out to me. And I remember the other, when I started, there was the 2 and 12. So deck number 3, 12 and 21 is standing out a lot. Now, you have the meditation card. So here's what I suggest. Meditating is whatever you want it to be. It's not a specific technique. It is quieting your mind. It could be anything. A lot of people don't meditate because they feel like they don't have the time to. They can't quiet their minds. They can't sit like that. Blah, blah, blah. Then don't do it that way. It could be staring at a candle. It could be journaling. It could be going for a walk, staring at the sky. Anytime you clear your mind and allow information to come through is meditating. It doesn't have to be done for specific amounts of time. It doesn't have to be done in specific ways. I'm laughing at one. See, the medicine's wearing off. Nah, I lost my train of thought. That's great. Specific. You got the point, right? Totally lost it. Okay. So a blessed heart. If you feel that something is missing, look within and you will find it. What is your heart saying? What is your heart saying? Your heart is the gateway to your soul, and your soul is eternally you. Know that you are free, protected, and blessed. If you feel that if you feel something is missing, look within and you will find it. I'm going to repeat it again because I feel like this is significant. What is your heart saying? Your heart is the gateway to your soul, and your soul is the eternal you. Know that you are free, protected, and blessed. So, deck number 3, I hope that resonated with you. I'm not going to do the meditation tonight because now I'm getting really stuffy and my cough is coming. And the last thing we need to do is meditate with me on a coughing fit. I will post a video. I will go live and do the meditation at sometime, like hopefully I could do it tomorrow. Oh, wow, Tasha. Oh, wow, that's interesting. 1222. Thank you, Tasha. So I'm see, this is what I don't want to do in the middle of meditation. Like, so I will do it as soon as I am able to talk without like coughing, sneezing, or whatever it is, nasally. This is why I didn't do the meditation in Patreon either. I was going to do one last night, but I was like death, warmed over for a little bit and then back to death. So. Oh, wow. See, Tasha, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, just do it. You know what? There are so many stories of like famous people who like literally throw up before they go in front of an audience. Me personally, I'm okay with a lot of people. I don't know why. It just because I don't focus on everyone. I just zone in on one person, and maybe that'll help you, just zone in on one person. You don't have to be like, oh my God, it's 500 people. Like, no. And thank you. Thank you, Anita. Just focus on one person. Like that, like when we do the meditations where we focus on one point, that's all you're going to do. You're going to focus on one point. Don't look at like a gazillion people. I mean, that would make me nervous. I'd be like, oh my God, like there's so many people. I don't see it that way. And I've spoken in front of a large audience, and there's one person as far as I'm concerned. Just like when I do the videos. When I first started doing videos, I was under the impression millions of people were going to watch me because apparently I'm that popular. Millions of people are going to watch me. And I went into panic mode, afraid to do videos because of these millions of people that were going to watch me, which didn't fucking happen. If I had 10 people, it's a lot. Anyway, then I decided I am going to talk to you in my videos as if we're sitting down together face to face. Yes, I don't see everyone who's on here, but it's the same concept. In my mind, I am talking one-on-one with whoever I'm talking to or whoever's listening. Because when you think a lot of people, you're going to panic, you're going to throw up. Don't do that. It's not even worth it. Because something you have to say, others need to hear. And don't do a disservice to them because you're going to shit yourself. I mean, you're going to be fine. Yes, Anita, I feel the same way. Like I was like sitting here thinking, oh, you know, they're going to know that I don't feel good. But as soon as I start reading, it just comes out of me. I thought I was going to fall asleep, to be honest, because I took cold medicine. I was like, I'm going to be high as shit in this video. But something just comes over me and I just flow with it. It's a little different on video as it is. I'm reading Tasha's. Okay, so share your life story. Someone needs to hear your life. I think that's why we're here, to share our life story. There are some people that know my story, and you could come in, it's no big deal. There's some people that know my story, and I know not everybody does because I didn't do a video on YouTube. I did it on Facebook like years ago. But a lot of you guys are going to be surprised with my story. I bet you had no fucking idea where I was 6 years ago. So some of you may, most of you won't. So have an amazing night, my friends. I love you all. Thank you for joining me. Be sure to follow me. Hit the subscribe button so you can get notified when I'm doing the meditation. And I will do it as soon as I can talk without like quibbled. Thank you, guys. Love you. Bye.